cutting out your air bonnet is just as easy as A and B and C. And right now, you could start with the inner parts, just like this. This is 1 yard of satin fabric, but I'm not going to be using everything. So I just fold it into two. Then you just fold again. That's now making 4 fold. What you're going to use, the length you're going to be using actually depends on how voluminous your hair is. So like myself, my hair is not all that full. So I'm gonna be using something 10.5 inches, or for the radius of the circle, it's just like a circle. So I'm gonna be using 10.5 or 11. So if your hair is really voluminous, you can use 12 inches, 13 inches, or whatever. So I'm gonna use 10.5. My hair is not too voluminous. So 10.5, you take it to round, just like you're doing your circle or peplon. But this is actually the radius part that we're gonna be using. So you have your circle like so, the radius of the circle. So you just cut out. So you have it this way. Can you see that? So we're gonna repeat this circle process on this African print. And this is just 30 inches by 30 or 29 inches or thereabouts. So that's, you might not even be needing to this if you don't want your length to, if your length will just be about 10 inches, you might not be needing up to this. So you just fold like so and just repeat the process. So instead of starting again, I'm just going to take this and use it, achieve it on this main fabric. Instead of repeating the process all over again, because they are to be same. So this is the main fabric I'm using. This will be the inner part and this will be the outer part. So you're going to just take this and do it this way and just cut out. Okay, yeah. So we have it just like so. You have your circle this way, and you have the lining that's for the hair bonnet, and this is gonna be this way. This is the right side of the African print. This is the right side of the African print, and this is the right side of the satin fabric. So you just place them this way, right side facing each other, and we're gonna go towards, we're gonna stitch round. We're going to do what? So we're gonna take it to the sewing machine and we're gonna, so I'm gonna be using one inch width of elastic. So I'm going to take 1.5 inches around this way so that I'll leave space for the elastic to move in. I'll take it round, then I'll stitch on the machine. I'll just show you. What I did was just to take 1.25 inch around so that by the time I'm done, I'll be able to affix the elastic inside. So I'll go to this sewing machine right now. I'll sew this 1.25 inch around, 1.25 inch round, then I'll come back here. So this was what I was saying. I've stitched round all the circle, and you can see I left around 3 inches to be able to turn in out this way. So you can see what I'm going to do is I'm going to notch round so that it relaxes. I'll notch round. You make sure it almost gets to the line, but don't allow it to get to the line so that it relaxes. So you have your fabric like this. Then you have your lining, which happens to be a satin fabric like this. So those are right side facing each other. I'm going to take 1/2 inch around this way, leaving about 3 inches of allowance so as to be able to turn in and out. So I'll just take 1/2 inch around, just like so, and stitch on the machine and show you. So after stitching round this way, what I'll just do right now is to notch around just like this. You make sure that it's almost to the opening. Why are we doing this? So that it's well relaxed. By the time we turn in out, I left like 3 inches. So I'll just do this around now and bring it in out. So after notching round, you just turn in out from this opening that you created. So right now, what I'll do is I'll iron it properly. Then we continue. So I'll iron out properly right now. Then we proceed. So after ironing, I have it like this. You can see it's pretty cool. So I'm going to be using 1 inch width elastic, and I'm going to create the casing for the elastic right now all round. I'm going to be creating 1.25 inch allowance all round. I'll just draw this round so that you see and show you. Then I'll stitch on the machine and then we'll complete. I've done the 1.25 elastic casing round. So what I'll just do right now is to put the elastic, and I'm gonna be using my head circumference. Yes, my head circumference is 22 inches. I'm gonna be adding 1/2 inch ease. You could add, if you want it tight, firm, you could use just your normal head circumference. But I don't want the elastic to be tight. If you want the elastic to be loose, you could add 1 inch ease. So I'm gonna be adding 1/2 inch ease. So I've just cut 22.5 inches. So I'll just take the elastic like this. I'll take a pin. Then remember the opening, the 3 inches opening we had before. So I'll just use it like so and go around from there. So you do it round like this, then I'll show you. Having it this way now, just try to hold like this so that you stretch properly. So right now, we'll go to the machine and then stitch. Because my hair is not that voluminous, I just decided to remove the elastic this way, like 1 inch. Then I'll stitch. So that means you could just use the exact your hair circumference, and you could just minus like half inch from it, or it all depends on how relaxed you want it to be. So I just had to double stitch, and then you have it this way. So what you're gonna do to this is just you're going to close up just like so. So you're gonna close up like so. So using the machine, or you can use hand stitches. So by the time we close up this, you're gonna have it like so, cool and neat. So the wrap right now, the wrap, I have two strips here. This is 8 inches, 8 inches. This 8 inches by 45 inches in two places. So I'm just going to take the right sides facing each other. I'll stitch this way, right side facing each other. After stitching, and it's one strip, then I'm now gonna turn it this way and stitch just like so. What else? So having it just as one strip. Yeah. So we just fold this way. So for us to have a nice edge, you just take your ruler, just give it a, just lance it this way from the edge. So you repeat same for the other aspect as well. So having stitched all around, I left this opening to turn it in out. So I'll do just that. I'll do press, and I'll tie my wrap on the air bonnet, and you're gonna see how beautiful it is. Yeah. Having the air bonnet this way and the wrap, it's optional. You could use the air bonnet without the wrap, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna tie my wrap on the air bonnet. Yeah.